The Book of Enoch is a fascinating example of spin-off literature. It takes a character mentioned only briefly in the Hebrew Bible and expands his story into a vast narrative spanning over 100 chapters. Enoch's mysterious mention in the book of Genesis leaves much to the imagination, simply stating that he walked with God and was taken by him. Enoch walked with God, then he was no more, because God took him. Genesis 5 verse 24. This brief mention, however, served as fertile ground for the authors of the Book of Enoch to weave a complex tapestry of mythology, prophecy, and angelic lore. What exactly does the phrase, "because God took him," entail? Early adherents of Judaism and Christianity often found themselves grappling with the ambiguity of certain passages in their sacred texts, prompting the emergence of supplementary writings such as the Book of Enoch. This particular text held significant sway among early Christians, so much so that it's even alluded to in the New Testament, specifically in the Book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9. Yet, despite its historical prominence, the Book of Enoch has somewhat faded into obscurity in contemporary discourse. Thus, the question arises, what insights does the Book of Enoch offer, and what truths does it convey? This we will delve into the first book of Enoch. But there are 3 books. First Enoch actually comprises a fusion of various texts woven together. Clearly discernible and sudden transitions between segments hint at the likelihood that an individual amalgamated them into a cohesive compilation at some point in history. The journey of the Book of Enoch spans centuries and languages, reflecting its rich history and cultural significance. It likely originated in the 4th or 3rd century BCE, but the most complete manuscripts we have today are from the 15th or 16th centuries in Ethiopic, also known as Ge'ezi. This Semitic language, akin to Hebrew and Arabic, serves as the liturgical language of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Enoch's transmission involved translations from its probable original Aramaic into Greek and eventually into Ethiopic. Discoveries like those at Qumran, where Dead Sea Scroll fragments containing sections of Enoch were found, provide valuable insights into its early circulation. The compilation of Enoch's various sections was evident by the 1st century BCE, as evidenced by the scrolls. With 90 manuscripts of 1st Enoch in existence, there are significant variations among them. Therefore, it's crucial to choose a scholarly translation. This ensures a more accurate understanding of the text's content and context. All right, let's delve into the essence of this text. It's a blend of multiple narratives woven together. But what's the substance? What message does the Book of Enoch convey? Think of it this way, the Book of Enoch operates as an offshoot of sorts. It takes a couple of intriguing snippets from Genesis and magnifies them into a comprehensive volume teeming with extraordinary visions and tales. Remember the initial mention, a concise passage detailing God's assumption of Enoch. Then there's the second snippet, which serves as the bedrock for the opening segment of 1st Enoch. It's a peculiar tale from Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4, involving divine entities mingling with humans. Genesis merely hints that prior to Noah's flood, celestial beings dubbed sons of God descended to earth, engaging in relations with mortal women who bore offspring known as Nephilim. These Nephilim are described as the formidable figures of ancient times, renowned warriors. And that's all there is. No further elaboration on the identity of these Nephilim or the backstory of the sons of God. How does that sound? A narrative ripe for expansion. Enoch significantly expands upon the brief account found in Genesis, offering a more detailed narrative about the Watchers and their nefarious activities. These fallen angels, led by their chief Shemihazah, are depicted as a society rather than an ambiguous group, with their offspring, the Nephilim, wreaking havoc on earth. The Watchers are depicted as cunning beings proficient in dark supernatural arts, which they impart to humanity, corrupting them further. The narrative describes how specific watchers taught humans various forms of forbidden knowledge, including weaponry, sorcery, and astrology, contributing to the Earth's devastation. As the situation worsens, humanity cries out to God for intervention. In response, God dispatches his 4 archangels to rectify the situation. Each archangel is assigned a specific task, such as warning Noah of the impending flood, imprisoning fallen angels like Isaiah, and destroying the Nephilim. The language used to describe Gabriel's task is particularly chilling, emphasizing the severity of the situation. Finally, God sends Enoch as a prophet to warn the watchers of their impending destruction. This narrative not only serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of rebellion and corruption, but also underscores the theme of divine justice and intervention. Enoch's remaining sections primarily delve into prophecy and visions, featuring major themes such as the anticipation of a Messiah, final judgment, salvation, resurrection, and heavenly journeys. These elements are emblematic of the cultural context and genre of First Enoch, Jewish apocalypticism. Apocalyptic literature, a category favored among Jews during the Second Temple period, encompasses texts describing mystical visions of heaven, where an angel reveals to a prophet the end times or impending world judgment. Enoch stands as one of the oldest Jewish apocalyptic texts, predating even the renowned Book of Daniel, assuming we accept the scholarly consensus that Daniel emerged during the Hellenistic era of the 2nd century BCE. Many terms commonly associated with Daniel, including Son of Man and the Messiah, originate in the Book of Enoch. In one chapter, Enoch witnesses a vision in which the Son of Man is appointed. He is described as the support for the righteous, the illumination for nations, and the object of worship for all inhabitants of the earth. This language, familiar to those acquainted with the New Testament, parallels descriptions of Jesus. Interestingly, Enoch himself is identified as the Son of Man in chapter 71:14, stating, "You are that Son of Man who was born for righteousness." The concept of hell, absent in the earlier texts of the Hebrew Bible, finds expression in Enoch, mirroring a theological concept later prominent in Christianity. Chapter 21:7 depicts Enoch observing the passage leading to the depths, where he witnesses a blazing fire. As stated in the text, "This place is a prison for the angels, here they will be confined forever." The history of the Book of Enoch within Judaism, Christianity, and even early Islamic traditions is fascinating and reflects its profound influence across religious boundaries. In Judaism, the first Enoch was significant during the Second Temple period but faded in importance over time. While it influenced various non-canonical Jewish texts like Jubilees, Rabbinic Judaism rejected key aspects of Enoch's narrative, such as Enoch's immortality and the involvement of rebellious angels in the flood. Despite some exceptions, like the transformation of Enoch into the angel Metatron in 3rd Enoch, mainstream rabbinic literature views Enoch negatively. However, in Kabbalah, Enoch is regarded more positively and even compared to Adam, reflecting a different interpretation within Jewish mysticism. In Christianity, First Enoch had a significant impact, with early church fathers like Justin Martyr and Irenaeus referencing it, and Tertullian defending its authority. The Book of Jude directly references First Enoch, and theological similarities between Enoch and concepts in the Gospels and the Book of Revelation suggest its influence on Christian theology. However, by the 4th century, influential figures like Augustine and Jerome began to reject it, leading to its diminished importance in mainstream Christianity. Ethiopian Christianity stands out as an exception, where First Enoch remains part of the biblical canon and has a lasting legacy. In early Islamic traditions, the figure of Idris is associated with Enoch, though some also link him with Elijah. The Quran mentions Idris, and interpretations vary regarding his sublime station, with some suggesting he was taken alive by God. Imagine this: Enoch, a mere footnote in Genesis, sparked a literary legacy that rippled through centuries, shaping religious thought for generations. From the Qumran community to early Christians, from early Muslims to Jewish Kabbalists, and even resonating in Ethiopian Christian traditions today. Though obscure to many, the apocalyptic musings of Enoch birthed core tenets of Christian theology, seeding notions of hell, salvation, the Son of Man, and the advent of the Messiah. Quite the impact for a spin-off narrative, wouldn't you say? Just as the Watchers imparted arcane knowledge upon humanity. In pre-industrial societies, where scientific understanding and modern medicine were absent, the practices of magic and religion often intertwined closely. Magic was a means for individuals to exert control over their environment, health, and destiny through rituals, spells, and incantations believed to manipulate supernatural forces. It was seen as a practical tool for achieving desired outcomes, such as healing illnesses, protecting against harm, ensuring success in endeavors, or influencing others. Religion, on the other hand, encompassed broader systems of beliefs, rituals, and practices concerning the divine, the afterlife, morality, and the meaning of existence. It provided a framework for understanding the world, one's place in it, and the relationship between the individual and the divine or spiritual realm. Religious practices often involved rites, sacrifices, prayers, and ceremonies aimed at communing with the divine, seeking divine favor, or appeasing deities. Enoch's story may have begun as a mere footnote in Genesis, but its impact reverberates through the corridors of history, shaping the faith and imagination of generations to come. As believers, let us heed the timeless wisdom of Enoch, walking with God in faith and humility, knowing that we are part of a divine tapestry woven with love and purpose. Thank you for being here, and may God bless you. If you found this content valuable, I kindly request your support through subscription. By doing so, you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Together, let's enlighten more minds and expand our understanding.